evening, and welcome to my backyard living room. I'm glad you've joined us tonight because we've got something particularly exciting this time around. You know, there's nothing I enjoy after a good meal, or even after a meal I've prepared myself, more than sitting down and relaxing with a nice glass of scotch. That's Dalwhinnie, and a good book. And tonight I'm reading a biography of Lou Gehrig. Did you know that Lou Gehrig died of Lou Gehrig's disease? How weird is that? I mean, imagine you're Lou Gehrig, and you Google your name, right? You type in Lou Gehrig, and you know he did it. We all do. And up comes Lou Gehrig disease. So he's got to say, I wonder what that is. And then he starts reading it. He's got to say, holy shit, that's awful. I hope I don't get that. And then he does. I mean, imagine you Google your own name. I'm just thinking what would happen if I Googled Gray Masson, and up comes Gray Masson disease or Gray Masson syndrome, and I check it out. What if it's something weird, like, I don't know, died of watching all of the episodes of Walking Dead? Okay, I'm creeping myself out here. Anyway, that's that. The reason I mentioned the biography is by coincidence. Tonight I'm going to be doing the ALS Challenge. Now, if you're not aware, the Lou Gehrig disease is also known as ALS, or AL syndrome. Now, I don't know who Al was, or how he got equal billing with Lou Gehrig, but he did. And part of having ALS is people making these ice bucket challenges. I've been challenged by my partner, and business partner that is, and friend, J. Scott Kirby, of the Greeley Kirbys, for those of you who pay attention to that sort of thing, which means I've got to dump a bucket of ice over my head. Ice water. So I'm not going to do that, obviously, in my backyard living room. I'm going to do that in my backyard bathroom. Now, I know what you're saying. Gray, isn't the entire backyard a bathroom? Well, of course. But generally, I don't use it except after dark. And it's very rare for me to shower in it. So this is an unusual event. Now, right before we go over to my backyard bathroom, I want to tell you that I've seen a lot of these videos, maybe you have too, and I think an awful lot of them are scripted. Now, maybe not that one where the chick is riding on a horse and her top comes down, and by the way, if you pause it, you can't really see anything, so don't bother. And then she falls over the head of the horse. That's probably not scripted. That looked a little natural. But some of them, absolutely. But this one is completely unscripted. It's going to... I am sure unscripted only has one P. Anyway, it's going to be completely off the cuff and just as I think of it. So now, I think let's get those cuffs and everything else off and go to my backyard bathroom. It's over there. You know, I'm going to take care of this part myself. Now, I know we're still recording. I'm very proud of the new production values we have at my backyard living room. But sometimes it's just something you've got to take care of yourself. So I'll be doing that. And I hope you're enjoying this interlude while I prepare, because obviously I can't get undressed and do all the production. So, nearly there. Okay, I'm going to swing it over, the camera over to the bathroom. This may hurt a bit. And there we go. And there. got it. Okay, well, welcome to my backyard bathroom. I'm in the shower stall, and that's pretty much all you can see. The toilet is behind me. Goes from about over there, and it goes back there. But really, I only use behind the big tree over there, maybe in the corner over there, and sometimes behind the garage. So, what am I going to use? Well, like you, I have a beer fridge in my inside bathroom. But out here, that's not feasible, so I use an ice bucket for my beer. So I'm going to be using the bucket that I normally use for my ice in my outdoor bathroom for my ice bucket challenge. Now in that, I've got some testing equipment to make sure the water's cold enough, and I think we're going to test that now. So, today's testing equipment is Plowman's Ale by Grand River Brewery in Cambridge, Ontario. It's really a great beer. I really enjoy it. So let's just use it now and see if it's cold enough. You know, I'm going to call that inconclusive. Let's just... Oh yeah, that's good. That's nice and cold. Oh, that's really good. Anyway, so there we go. The water's cold enough. We've got the testing's done. Now, two things. This isn't really going to bother me that much. You guys have figured that out, because you can tell I'm the kind of guy that obviously takes a lot of cold showers. And secondly, I believe in efficiency. If I can do two things while I'm doing one thing, then I'm going to do it. So what I've done is I put my shower stall in a particularly weedy part of my lawn. And instead of water, I've made my ice cubes out of Roundup, that fine product from our friends at Monsanto. So I'm going to be taking the challenge and weeding my lawn at the same time. Something you could keep in mind. Now, part of doing the Ice Bucket Challenge is doing nominations. And I'm going to do those now. I nominate my friend John Muggleton, my friend Scott McMahon, and my brother Peter Masson. Now, John and Scott I'm nominating because they're creative guys. I think they could probably come up with something a little more interesting and for their challenge, instead of doing the same old like I'm doing. My brother I'm nominating, well, because he needs a shower, and I don't really like him very much. Okay, so we've done our nominations, and it's ready to time to do the challenge. So, I hope you don't mind. I've stripped down because I don't have that many clothes, and... What? What? Then don't look. I'm doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge? No, I haven't done it yet. Why do you... Oh, go to hell! It's my neighbor, a fireman. You believe that? Honestly. You know what? I'm going to do this thing again, just so I can nominate him. Freaking fireman, he probably hasn't taken a cold shower in his life. He'll pay. Okay. Where were we? Right, the ice bucket. Okay. There is ice in here, not a lot. There's ice water in here. There's a lot. Now, what I do is, or what I'm planning on doing, is I'm going to count until, and then dump it. So I'm going to count until I get up the nerve to do this thing. First time it was 137, but eventually I got it down to about 12. I'm hoping to beat that record now. Anyway, 1, 2, you know, it would be freaky if you Googled my name tomorrow and got Gray Madison died of ice aneurysm, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't be freaky. I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, here we go. 1, 2, oh hell. Oh! Whoa! That's bracing, isn't it? Like a jackhammer to the nuts. Okay. Okay, so I've done it. But I've always believed that if it's worth doing something once, it's probably worth doing it twice. I happen to have another bucket. And ice water ready to go. So I'm going to do it. Now, since I'm all wet, I might as well take advantage of that, don't you think? So, there are lots of things you can do when you're wet. But I'm alone, so there's only one. So if you'll bear with me, I'll make this quick. I've got the hair and body wash here. Yeah. Not that I needed this, but because I showered the other day. And, okay, just a second. Come on out, little guys. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just gonna wipe this side of the stuff from my eyes. Okay, I've showered, I've washed. Now I'm going to take another test. I believe that using the same testing equipment, so it's another Plowman's. Oh, that's good. Yeah. That is good beer. I like beer. So how are you guys doing? You know, in a good weekend? See any of the soccer? Oh man, I was so annoyed with Tottenham this morning. Anyway, but some of the games yesterday were exciting. Sorry, I just forgot where I was for a second. Anyway, I've got some water in a bucket here, and I'm actually going to pour it into a watering can, because that'll give me a better shower. So, I'm going to pour all this water in. Okay, my hands are shaking, I'm so excited. I'm going to pour most of this water in. Okay, I'm going to pour some of this water in this watering can. That'll do it. And let's get clean. Okay. Like you, I like to sing in the shower. I love you always, with a love that's true, always. When the things you plan need a helping hand, I will understand, always. Okay, so there we go. It's another edition of me. I'm not the luckiest man in the world, on the face of the earth, or whatever.